Hello everyone, my name is Zaid, and today we are here to talk about the possibility of RWBY coming back. For those that don't know, Rooster Teeth was shut down a month or two ago, I believe, by Warner Bros. Because whatever reasons. And among those, they sold off, or they said they were selling off the rights to RWBY and Genlock. And if you don't know my channel, I am a huge fan of RWBY. I have reactions on my channel starting from Volume 5, but I have been watching RWBY since the start, literally the day that the Red trailer dropped. Even technically before that, if you count me watching the Rooster Teeth podcast and always tuning in whenever Monty showed up to talk about his new secret project that he was working on and wanting to make an anime. Those were always my favorite episodes, and I got excited every single time he came on to talk about it. So I've been invested in this series for a very long time, and ever since the passing of Monty after Volume 2, Volume 3 was fantastic, and that's when I really was like, oh, this show is something special. And then Volume 4 dropped it. It was not that great. Volume 5 started to come back. The fight choreography and stuff was incredible. I still have issues with Volume 5. Volume 6 was better, and then 7 I think is my favorite volume. You can check out my reactions to those episodes. And then Volume 8 I also had issues with. Watch my whole video of the final episode, because I have some stuff to say at the end of that video. And I have not seen Volume 9 yet. That's also something. Hopefully what I'm about to watch doesn't have any spoilers and stuff for it. I don't think they will. I do plan on doing a live stream reaction to all of RWBY Volume 9. So if you want to watch that, check out my reaction channel, Zaid Reacts. I'll put it in the description, and it might be popping up here. When the announcement of Warner Bros. Selling off the rights to RWBY happened, Dylan Gu, his studio, I can't remember if it was his account or his studio. I think his account is the studio account. But he said that he was interested in purchasing the rights to RWBY, which, if you don't know, that studio is comprised of a few members from the OG RWBY animation team, and Shane Newell, I think that's how you say his name, who was kind of an apprentice to Monty Ohm, who left, I believe, after Volume 3. And so having them, if they are the ones, like, I will scream if they are the ones that were able to pick this up. I do see on the front here, I'm watching, I went onto the Twitter account, they had some kind of announcement thing, something going on at Anime Expo. So I'm on the Twitter account, and there is Carrie and Barbara right on the front screen. So whatever this announcement is, they're still involved, which is very, very good. That was another question I was going to have about the continuation of RWBY, if it ever happened, was will they keep the same voice cast and members? I did see other people sharing the announcement of RWBY being at Anime Expo, and so one of the head animators, I think, reposted it along with a producer, I believe. I can't remember exactly what his involvement with RWBY was. And they could have just been sharing it just to share it, just because they're invested in it. Oops. Let's just go ahead and watch this announcement video thing and see what's going on. For those that don't know, Carrie Shawcross, he's like one of the head writers of the show ever since Volume 1, I believe. And then Barbara, the voice of Yang. So let's get into this and check it out.
Hey everybody, my name's Carrie Shawcross.
I'm Barbara Dunkelman.
And we have some exciting news for you today. I know a lot of you have been wondering what's going to happen with RWBY, and we finally have an answer.
Yes.
RWBY has found a new home with VIZ Media.
Woo!
Oh, VIZ.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
Obviously, and I know you guys will all be.
I believe, aren't
excited.
the mangas made by
VIZ Media will be
VIZ?
the home to the RWBY franchise.
Yeah.
So that includes production, distribution, licensing, consumer products, and more.
Okay,
As you can
who's
tell, we're very excited
animating
about this.
it?
This is a huge opportunity to grow our audience and expand into the
Please.
future. In talking with VIZ, they're also very excited about this.
Tell me they brought
They obviously care about where the
Dylan
show
Gu
is
stuff
now,
onto
but they
the
also
show.
care about where it came from, and they want to make sure that we can continue
It'd
this.
be so
We are
good.
currently in talks with them about RWBY's future, and we are very hopeful for what's to come for this beloved series. So excited to work with VIZ Media and to see what's next for RWBY.
For more information on this and all things RWBY going forward, you can go to VIZ's official blog post at viz.com/RWBY. That's
Okay.
the RWBY one, not the RUBY one.
You guys should know that by now.
Yeah.
VIZ will be posting more information on all things RWBY, so stay tuned for updates.
And thank you so much for supporting us over the years. It's what's gotten us here, and it's what's going to continue to propel RWBY into the future. So thank you all so much, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay. Good announcement. Kind of sad it's not Dylan Gu. Let me check the blog post and see what's going on with it. A new adventure awaits RWBY. RWBY Weiss Blaking aren't finished just yet. We're excited to announce that RWBY is joining VIZ, roster of global anime and manga hits. I'll have to look into see what VIZ actually produces. I know they're mainly from their manga stuff. Watched that video already. We are grateful to the Rooster Teeth team for entrusting us with RWBY. To carry forward the legacy. Well, my mic stopped working, so I'm just going to go through this real quick and try to go over some of the things that I talked about a little bit of. So, RWBY Weiss, Blake, and Yang aren't finished just yet. We're excited to announce that RWBY is joining the VIZ roster of global anime and manga hits. Watch the special message, which is what I watched and reacted to. We are grateful to the Rooster Teeth team for entrusting us with RWBY, and we are excited to carry forward the legacy of the series. The RWBY franchise is not new to VIZ. We first partnered with Rooster Teeth in 2016, announcing a publishing partnership to develop a manga series by famed mangaka Shiro Miwa, which is the series I have, and I was looking over on to check if it had VIZ on it, which I wish that Shiro would be able to get more, and maybe with this partnership that means we can. That would be amazing. VIZ deepened its ties with the brand, releasing a series of acclaimed RWBY manga titles, as well as the beloved The World of RWBY Compendium book. When it comes to the future of RWBY, even more great stories featuring the characters you know and love are in the works. We invite you to head over to the RWBY page and favorite the series to stay up to date with the future RWBY announcements, which I will check out. And follow the RWBY X account and Facebook page for real-time news. All right, so now the RWBY FAQ. What will happen to the official RWBY social handles? The official RWBY X account and Facebook page will remain active for fans. These will be your best sources to follow for news. The official RWBY Japan X account will also stay active. That's good news to hear. What does VIZ have planned for the future of RWBY? VIZ is exploring the production of new chapters in the RWBY saga and will make announcements as soon as we can. Now, this part is very confusing to me. Has RWBY Volume 10 officially been announced? There is no news yet of a new season of RWBY. So what does this mean? Why say that you're exploring production of new chapters in RWBY and then there's no news of a new season? Interesting. Will VIZ use former production team members in the future? Carrie Shawcross, series showrunner and co-creator, will be involved in the next phase of RWBY, which is very, very, very good to hear. Carrie needs to stay on this show. He's the one that understands it and knows where it's going. Where will the RWBY series be available to watch? Because it was taken off of Crunchyroll after that contract expired. They were not able to get a new contract because there was no Rooster Teeth to get a new contract from. So it's not available to watch anywhere, I don't believe. But VIZ is exploring a wider distribution for the series, including home video releases, which I have all the volumes, additional streaming platforms, release, and more. Will RWBY merch continue to be available? We have lots in store for RWBY merch. Will the RWBY original soundtracks be available to stream? Stay tuned for more news about the RWBY music catalog. What will happen to my Rooster Teeth subscription? Blah, 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 blah. I don't really care about that. So I have some interesting ideas floating around, and not entirely sure what I want to talk about here because it's not a lot of information. It's literally just the announcement that RWBY is now part of VIZ, which is a good announcement. It's not bad at all. And then their whole thing with this is just that you can buy all the manga stuff because they own it. So, and we're already producing them. So that's available. So one thing I didn't want to show was Dylan's Twitter announcement. Well, not announcement, but just that he did get in talks with them for acquisition. It didn't go through, which sucks. But yeah, it is cool to see VIZ doing this, such a big company having it in their hands. I don't know if that necessarily is going to be a good thing or not, we will have to find out. Yeah, I'm very interested to see who will be the actual like animators for the show. Who's going to be continuing it? I'll maybe do another video to see what could possibly happen and see what kind of like animation studios Viz has worked with in the past. Because like, imagine if, I mean, now that they have this kind of big backing behind them at Viz, imagine Studio Orange doing RWBY. That would be pretty crazy. I'd still love to have Dylan Gu do it. That would be my number one choice, just because of the connection that they had with RWBY from the beginning. But if that's not an option, then I am very excited to see what kind of studios they can get to work on it. And then, of course, I mean, Barbara is in the announcement video, so I'm sure she is coming back as Yang. I'll be interested to see what happens with the rest of the voice cast. But yeah, I'll just mention once again, if you want to check out my reactions to RWBY and my reaction to Volume 9, I'm going to be doing a live stream marathon of the entire volume. Go check out Zeta Reacts. I will be doing it there. And yeah, keep an eye on this stuff in the future, and I'll try to update on more information as it comes out. And of course, if there are new volumes, I will try to stay up to date with it. Also, I don't think I got to mention it in this because I think I talked about it when my mic got cut out. But now that Viz owns RWBY, I am very interested to see what the rules are for reactions. Because Rooster Teeth, their rules for reactions have always been just watch the episode. You can just watch the entire thing. But now that Viz owns it, that is probably going to be going away. It'll have to be more edited reactions, I believe, which I'm fine with. I was kind of already doing that with most things, especially Genlock. Genlock was, they said that you could watch all of Genlock, but that was one thing that I felt like, this is more of a premium show, and they're never releasing it for free, so blah, blah, blah. But yeah, all right. Well, I don't know what else to say other than this stuff. It's interesting, it's cool. I'm excited to see what Viz can do with this, and I hope it's done correctly.